KWT slaying.
What if the truth was never lost, only buried? For centuries, historians, scholars, and even colonial records have confirmed what many tried to silence. The original Israelites were a black people scattered across continents but never erased. Their skin was dark, their customs ancient, and their covenant with Yah eternal. This journey uncovers how the Spanish and Portuguese Jews, described as dark-skinned, Semitic, shared one bloodline. Chased by the Inquisition, many fled to Portugal, then beyond, preserving their heritage across borders. But the story doesn't end in Iberia. Across from West Africa, black Jews built synagogues, kept Torah, and passed down the laws of Moses. The Limba in southern Africa, the Igbo in Nigeria, the Beta Israel in Ethiopia, tribes across the continent boldly declared, "We are the children of Israel." These aren't isolated claims. These are voices rising from the dust, connected by oral histories, Torah traditions, and the unbroken rhythm of their identity. No such legacy exists among European Jews. No centuries of tribal witness, no matching traditions, no trace of ancient covenant keeping. Maps, art, and archaeology tell the same story. The Israelites were scattered, enslaved, and displaced, but never lost. The world always knew who they were. Their presence was visible, their customs alive, their story intact. This book doesn't speculate. It confirms the Israelites were black, bound by blood, culture, and covenant to the Most High. This is not just history, it's restoration. The truth was never destroyed, only buried beneath centuries of deception. Get your copy of They Always Knew We Were Israelites today, available now on Amazon.com.
Salama family, salama, how y'all doing today? Hope you're blessed and highly favored. So we're living in some interesting times, and it's not always good having to come on and bring on, let's say, the negative side of prophecy, because everybody looks at the positive side. And the positive side is, at some point in time, we're going to be gone. We're going to get out of here. But the negative side of it is that we're dealing with the plagues. Now, the difference between what happened in the first Exodus and what's happening today is we don't really see the plagues. We see it, but we don't see it. And so, like, for instance, after the whole issues that we had over the last 5 years with that pandemic, a lot of people don't realize that even if you didn't get the lollipop, your body has taken on a lot of stress. And so you have a lot of people dealing with issues, right, which are part of the plagues. Also, we're dealing with a food supply that is tainted. We're dealing with water that is tainted. We're dealing with air that is tainted. So it's real interesting to me how, the ones who say we're not going to have to flee think they're going to survive. I think, it's just some practical thinking there. And so when we have to realize that the longer we stay here, oh yes, 5G, chemtrails, food poisoning, viruses, you name it, we're dealing with on a daily. Tainted food supply, right? How many times food has been recalled, right? How many times plastics have been found in your water bottle? How many times is always something? They can't leave you alone. We're assaulted on the daily, day after day. That's why the Most High says, flee Babylon, run for your lives. What? So that the plagues don't fall on you. Now, a lot of us think in terms of the missiles from Russia and China, which is true, of the hurricanes and the tsunamis that we're hearing about, right? I'm just saying we're hearing about all those, and I'm not going to talk about those. But we have all these things happening. But most Israelites, all things remain the same since the fathers fell asleep. That's just a fact of life. It's also interesting. You have people who are Israelite by blood who are following the sealed portions, who's following Mormonism, who following Druidism. It's insanity. We got people who claim to be Israel who says America's their homeland. But the Bible says we're in the land of our captivity and the Most High is going to bring us out. It is insanity. And so now what we're dealing with today is coming to the forefront of straight up confrontation. Now, a lot of people still have this idea that we're not going to go through anything. A lot of people have this idea that we're going to be just caught out some kind of way. A lot of people don't think we're going to have to suffer. I don't like it either. I've been suffering for years. Believe me, when you step on this platform to serve the Most High and preach the truth, or you not only do you get attacked verbally through social media, right? Not only are you gaslighted, you're also being attacked physically. I told you, for me, it's been one hell of a ride. As I tell my brother, and some people say, I admit, look, I'm a half empty person, right? I'm a half empty person. My wife is half full, so we fill up the the container. But I'm a half empty. I admit it. I am half empty. But I've been through so much that for me to be a half empty is probably good. That's all I am. Because I see the world and I see what's happening in the world, and I watch all these things, and I listen to Jeffrey Epstein's niece and how Jeffrey Epstein's niece says that they're part of the Baal secret society. And she said they're Satan worshipers, which we all knew, right? Ain't nothing new. I mean, we all knew that. Every single one of them boys up there who got money and power are Luciferians. Come on now, let's admit it. Y'all know it's true. Whether they black, white, Hispanic, Chinese, whatever, right? If they're at the top, they Luciferians more than likely. I ain't saying every single one. Some of them might have squiggled through. The issue is that your money not going to save you. Money ain't going to help. Preacher preaches, money coming, but money ain't going to help. See, we are at the time of confrontation. We are at the time of judgment. We're at the time of warfare. We are in World War III, but when we say we're in World War III, we're only thinking about the U.S., NATO, Russia, and China, and Iran. No. Let's not forget the Negroes. Let's not forget the Ezra Alawi. Let's not forget that we have always been the targets. Let's not forget that all of the orders, the executive orders that Trump has been signing, if you look closely at them, they are targeting you, Ezra Alawis. But some of our people, they don't care, right? Because all things remain the same. This is our home, right? This is America. This is where Israel is. Oh, the insanity. Now, for me, I think some of those folks are either mentally ill, okay? They're either mentally ill or they're agents. I'm just saying, I don't know how you get there. I don't know how you get to the point where, America, our homeland. This is where Israel is. This is where the Nile is, the Mississippi and all this. I don't know how you get there unless you're an agent or mentally ill. I'm sorry. I just don't understand that. I'm like, okay, where the Hittites? Where the Girgashites? Where the Ammonites? Where's the Phoenicians? Where's the Philistines? Where's the Canaanites? I'm just saying. But see, all of that goes back to also, like I say, either they agents or they got mental issues. Maybe there's another avenue there that I haven't thought of. I don't know. Maybe there's something else going on. Maybe it's just straight up deception. I don't know. Maybe it's all of the above. So I also have people contending with us, which, I'm not dealing with it personally, about whether Gentiles can be saved, right? I got videos being done. I'm like, you really gonna do videos on me at this point about my position on whether Gentiles can be saved? I'm like, you already know my position. Have I changed? I haven't changed. Gentiles could be saved. They got to attach themselves to Israel. As a matter of fact, do I think a whole bunch of them going to be saved? No. As a matter of fact, the Bible says only a remnant of Israelites going to be saved. These are dangerous times. I believe the Torah. I believe Scripture. I believe the Old and what we call the New Testament. I don't believe that the northern tribes are Gentiles. I think that's foolishness. Like I said, it's either agents or mentally ill people. And maybe there's, like I say, maybe there's a middle road right there that I'm missing. I don't know. It don't make sense to me. Let me put it that way. It just don't make sense from a logical viewpoint, from a hermeneutics standpoint. Some of these positions of our people just boggles my mind. Now, we are at the crossroads, in my opinion, right, of Satan with his all-out maneuver against us. And a lot of you all are dealing with issues that we don't know nothing about. A lot of you all dealing with health issues. Nobody knows what's happening. And that's why we got to pray for the family. Because you don't know what the family going through. But some people who are Israelite by blood have no idea what's happening. They're living in their cars homeless. They don't know why. They don't have no family members because their attitude wrong. And family don't want to take them in. We're living in a time where we need each other, but we're not going to have everybody because everybody not lining up with the word. So now we're dealing with our enemies, and they're coming for you. They're coming for me. They're coming for us. Ain't no in between. Oh, Yacoba, you're scaring everybody. I know. I hear that all the time. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
All right, I'm going to show you the rest of the video, but let me give you some backstory as quickly as I can. Clyde, North Carolina, a young black man is delivering mulch to a landfill dump spot, okay? He gets there 45 minutes early. He parks by the gate. Employee comes and says, normally everybody parks up the road and waits, doesn't come this far down. He said, I'm sorry, I've never been here before. The guy said, no big deal. I'm going to open the gate. Don't come in until 6:30. The owner of the place's son comes shortly after and goes, no, you shouldn't have been down here. Now you got to go behind everyone who's arrived since you and wait in line behind them. He said, we say a few words about it, and then I follow the instructions and go back there. He's sitting back there waiting, and all of a sudden that same guy and 5 of his friends come rolling up. He has a pistol on his hip, and he starts yelling about, you took my phone. So 30 to 40 minutes of him accusing him of taking his phone and demanding to search his truck before he finally says, fine, just search my truck. And the guy doesn't find the phone. Then his dad shows up. They check the cameras and go, okay, and let him go. He goes to dump his load, just like, this is ridiculous. In the meantime, that guy apparently finds the phone, according to him, on the ground outside where his truck was. Like he couldn't have dropped it there? No, he assumes that he stole it and then had thrown it by the truck. So he comes flying up the hill with the same 5 guys again and starts threatening him. And then they get 2 bulldozers and flip over his trailer and tip his truck over on his side. That's not on video, but this other exchange is, and this is absolutely insane.
What's going on? What's going on? What's happening?
You driving that truck?
Huh?
Go get in your truck and be a good witness.
No, I ain't driving that truck. I ain't driving that truck.
Get in your vehicle now. You're leaving. You're gone.
What happened?
You're gone.
Going where?
You're going out.
Who?
You.
For what?
For videoing.
For video when I'm going out? What is you talking about?
They're closing. I'm done. Yeah. No, I'm done with this shit. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Get your fucking truck. Leave me alone. Get your fucking truck till the cops get here. I'm leaving now. Give me the fucking phone. Let's go, bitch. Let's go. Get the fucking truck. Yeah. Don't get out of the truck no more. Don't get out of the truck no more? Take you out. Yes. The sheriff's department's coming to get rid of you and your fucking mud. Okay. So stay in your truck. Yes, sir. Before something bad happens. Yes, sir. Get in. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do it now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm saying, shut your door, shut your mouth.
You're the sheriff? You're the sheriff, right?
Yes.
And you weren't trying to talk to me. Can I draw the window
I'm
down?
done talking with you. Shut the door.
Can I draw the window down?
No, roll the window up, roll the other window down.
Hey, sir, you slammed the door on the door. And that's all on recording.
I'm gonna put you in
That's
jail.
all on recording for slamming on the door.
I didn't slam it on
You
the door.
did that? Yes, you did. Have
You
it
had
on
a hold
recording.
to get in the door.
Okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all going to jail. Y'all going down. This town going down. Yeah, this town going down.
That man had to believe he was about to record his own lynching. That was the energy that was there. That's what it felt like was going to happen. And the fact that he was able to walk away from that, he is exceptionally lucky. But that is unacceptable. He needs an attorney. This is Clyde, North Carolina again. That business, apparently it was the owner and his son that did all of that stuff. This is insane. Anyone who can help, I'm going to tag him on TikTok. Please reach out to him. But this is unacceptable, and I want.
So here we go, right? So, I get it, right? You know, the brother by himself, surrounded by a bunch of rednecks, clan members, right? You know they clan. And I just think, hey, I may not be too wise, right? I wouldn't be, I'm sorry, just not in me. I wouldn't have been like, yes, sir. I'm sorry. That's just not me. I'm like, you do what you got to do to survive, right? I ain't saying the brother shouldn't have did it. I'm just saying that when we're dealing with these type of folks, right? We're going back to the 1940s and the 1950s. Yassam, do you need anything else, sir? Right? Nah, not me. Now that probably would have been, they probably would have just made me disappear and buried my butt out there in the midst of the field somewhere. Right? I mean, hey, you got to do what you got to do to survive. Like I say, no judgment on the brother, but I don't know. I just feel some kind of way. But this is what we're dealing with. And we're at the stage where it's not going backwards. It's not going backwards because they are emboldened by Trump. And, hey, you can imagine why they're emboldened by Trump because, I mean, pretty much he said you could do what you want to Negroes and you're not going to be in trouble. I'm like, there are so many things going on between us and them. Now, people are going to call me racist because, I say, like the scripture says, like Ecclesiasticus, don't trust your enemy because as iron rusted, so does their wickedness. I'm telling you, I believe the word. Well, all of them not bad, Yakoba. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know which ones are good. As Ali has said, I got 10,000 snakes coming at me. 7,000 wish me harm. 3,000 want to protect me. But I can't tell the difference. Do I hope that the 3,000 come in and protect me from the 7,000 that want to do me harm? Or do I stay away from them all? I'm just saying. That's just logic. But then they want to make you feel bad and call you racist because you say, hey, these people don't like us. They still got sundown towns, mind you. I saw one video where there's this black guy and his sister, a black woman. And so they're on TikTok and they said, white folks, we have a question for you. Both my sister and I have a question for you. White folks, can we be your friends? Can we be your friends? Oh, the raccooning. Understand, they never changed the laws to make it where we're equal here. They never changed the laws where a brother could get an even break. They never changed the laws where after George Floyd, we can be protected from the popo. They never changed the laws where we're not discriminated against in housing. They never changed I'm just saying, can we be friends? Maybe I'm just too practical. It don't make sense to me. No, we can't be friends. Why? Because you don't care. Am I missing something here, family? Why the black folks always raccooning and the white folks be like, y'all just racist. Y'all reverse racism. When we be like, no, y'all ain't no good. I'm just saying, I'm just asking questions. I'm not making no judgment because I don't know you. I don't know you. Maybe you're one of the good ones, like they say for us. Maybe you're one of the good ones. But here's the thing. They've been trying to kill us for over 400 years. I'm just saying delete us, whatever you want to call it. But we're supposed to act like nothing's been happening. I'm telling you, we are at the stage of all out WW3. And not just globally, but locally. We are in the midst of some stuff. And this is just the beginning. Now, I hope YouTube don't hit me for this, but I just want to show y'all that things, they be a-changing. Apparently, this guy hit a woman, right? And so, the crowd got involved and you see what you see here today. I'm not saying they should have did anything, YouTube. I'm not saying they were right. I'm saying, can we all just get along? What I'm saying is we are in a stage based upon what Trump has been doing, based upon what white supremacy has been doing. We are at the stage of this. But y'all not going to flee, remind you. Right. That's what I keep hearing. Maybe I'm a bit too logical for my own good. But we're not going to flee. That's what they tell me. That's what they tell me. All things remain the same since the fathers fell asleep. Jacoba don't know what he's talking about. He's just been hitting the ball out the park for over 10 years. That's all, prophetically speaking. Where are we going to go, Jacoba? Where are we going to flee to? Anywhere away from them. I know you're mad. I ain't trying to start no mess. I'm just being honest. They don't want you here. Haven't you figured that out? Yes or no, family? Let me know. Have you not figured it out yet? Y'all don't believe me when I say all of this is about us? All of the laws and the executive orders that Trump and his administration are passing is all about us? The reason why they're getting rid of the immigrants because they're working their way towards us? They know this. They know we next. You don't know we next. For the Gentiles out there who's listening to this, let me know. Say I'm a Gentile. Do y'all not know that the Negroes are next, that black folks who are African Americans, whatever y'all know we next, right? Y'all know Trump coming for us, right? I know there's an honest Gentile out there somewhere. Everybody but the Negroes know who's next.
Yeah, I got you, motherfucker. I got you, motherfucker.
Move.
What the fuck are you sitting here with your light on?
That's not your problem.
No, it is my problem.
Well,
what the fuck are you doing? What are you stalking somebody?
Move away from me.
All right, I got you.
Get away from me.
I got you,
I don't care what you got.
I got you, babe. Oh, what's your shirt say? Oh, let me see your shirt.
Get away from me. Move.
Oh, let me see. Oh, you scared. You scared. God's gonna fuck you up.
Move, you racist.
You know it.
You you.
I got you, motherfucker.
I got you. You assault me.
Yeah.
You assault me.
I saw your fucking phone.
You assaulted me.
I assaulted your phone. What are you doing?
Don't touch me now.
Why? I'm not gonna touch you, motherfucker. Why are you watching me? Why are you watching me? Why are you sitting here? God's gonna listen here. Let me show you something on your car. Let me show you something, motherfucker. Revelation. God's gonna fuck you up. If you are stalking me or watching me,
stalking you for what?
God's gonna fuck
stalking
your
you
ass
for what?
Starting tonight.
Stalking right you now. For what? I don't know you.
Yeah, you don't. But you're stalking me.
For what?
Why are you sitting here?
That's not your problem. This is your compound.
Why are you doing that?
Listen.
You slap me, motherfucker. God's gonna stalk your ass. It's gonna
if you touch me one more time.
Already gonna fuck
if
your
you
ass
touch me one more time. If you touch my phone one more time.
I don't think you understand what that means, motherfucker. God's gonna fuck you up, and all your angels are gonna cut your ass off.
You evil racist.
I am not. If I said one thing racist, I don't think so, motherfucker. You're a fucking. Oh, go ahead.
Hey.
Go ahead. This motherfucker is stalking me. This motherfucker is stalking me.
She crazy or what? You know her?
No, I got his license. This motherfucker's been stalking me.
Stalking you for what? I don't know you.
Stalking me.
I don't know you.
Get the fuck out of my life. God's gonna fuck your ass up. Your angels are cutting you off, motherfucker. You can put Revelations on your car all motherfucking day. God's cut your ass off and your angels. Your life is going to change.
So my question is, what God is she serving? It's not the Most High. It's not Yahusha. It's not Yahusha. It's not who they call Jesus Christ of the Scriptures. Not mind you. Now she might be following the Jesus of Roman Catholicism, but she's not following the Yahusha of the Bible. But this is just a fragment of the things that's happening today. It is crazy. It is crazy. I'm telling you, nobody's getting out of here unscathed unless the Most High shows up soon and we get the heck out of Dodge. I'm telling you, there's a spirit released in the world. And ever since Trump took office, that spirit has gained hold upon these people. Your life is in danger. Your children's lives are in danger. Everyone's lives are in danger. Because think of this, it's not just people like her, it's the popo. All of the black men who've been hanging around from trees, who you think been doing that? Everybody know who it is. I told you they have moved the lever to high gear. They have moved the lever to persecution high gear. They are looking to delete you. Oh, I know y'all gonna say I'm a fearmonger like y'all always do. But I've been right so far. Y'all just don't get it, some of y'all. But ain't nothing to see here. All things remain the same since the fathers fell asleep.
Fuck you. Cool, take your black ass out of here, motherfucker. Take your black ass out of here. You fucked up. Go cuss at my door, motherfucker. Fuck you and your food. Get your fucking ass beat, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here. Record that shit. Come back and get him on fucking.
I have to cut it short because he got music in there. I'm probably going to get hit for a copyright. But there we go again. All because the Trump's in office, because they know they're not going to get in trouble. All they got to do is say, I was in fear for my life, and that's it. We in some mess. People like me who live in Texas, people who live in Louisiana, we in some mess. While at the same time, they're poisoning the air, the food, the water, your sweet drinks, your hamburgers, your steaks. Don't y'all get it? We must petition the Most High for immediate extraction. I'm trying to tell y'all, this is just my opinion, mind you. Your Cobra can have opinions, you know. Organic food don't necessarily mean organic. You do know that the organic vegetables, they spray it with a chemical to make it where that the bugs don't eat it. You do know that, right? In Whole Foods and all these stores, Sprouts and all the other ones, they spray the veggies to keep the bugs off. But you think that's safe for you? I'm just saying, I eat it too. I don't have no choice. You ever notice that your lettuce and your kale and everything is like perfect? You ever notice that? When I was young, you could see where the bugs used to nibble at the leaves. Y'all remember that, right? Some of y'all old enough. Y'all saw that the bugs nibbled at some of the veggies. You don't see that no more. You see a perfect cauliflower. You see a perfect cabbage. You see a perfect kale. Where the bugs? They're not nibbling on it. Why? Because they spraying it with stuff. Understand, we are in high gear. High gear. We are in high gear. You need to keep your head on a swivel because we be in some serious stuff. I used to think I was safe because it's organic, it's grass-fed. I'm gonna buy my grass-fed. Do you know they got criteria that moves it from like conventional to organic, like in 3 weeks, right? So they could have been feeding that cow, grains and all other kind of stuff and whatever else they do to them animals all its life. And then the last 3 weeks, they give them some grass and say it's organic and grass-fed. Do you know that? We don't know what we eating. I mean, you do best going to, a flea market. But everybody can't get to the flea market. It's not that easy. I can't get to the flea market. Not that easy. I need to make a more of an effort, but I'm assuming those are safer, but we don't know. We don't know. Yeah, farmer's market. Thank you, Roderick. That's what I meant. Not flea market. Farmer's market. Thank you. That's what I meant. Farmer's market. The things. It's awful, y'all. It's awful. And have y'all noticed how hot it's been lately? Along with the earthquakes, along with the tsunamis. Y'all know how hot it's been? Oh my goodness. Y'all ain't getting the message. And now these folks didn't go and buck wild. But we're not gonna flee.
I've been seeing video everywhere of this community in Arkansas that's building a whites-only community. Sky News did an entire nearly half-hour segment on it called Whites Only, and it's got people dropping all kinds of strong opinions on it.
This is how the average weekend works at Return to the Land, or RTTL. A lot of this is reaction to left-wing identity politics, critical race theory, and movements like Black Lives Matter.
What we've done here is establish a place where we have control over who our neighbors are, and that is just for the sake of preserving, our culture.
And that culture, effectively, we're saying this is a white culture, a whites-only place.
White American culture. We're not trying to keep other people down. This is a small settlement in the middle of the Ozarks.
I think people just have a large misunderstanding of what's happening here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's the biggest misunderstanding?
Well,
that we hate everyone else. Yeah,
it's not about.
Why is it wrong to identify with your own people, want an integrated culture where you can be yourself?
After the emergence of this story, the Attorney General of Arkansas slammed the group and opened an investigation. Regardless of how you feel about this situation, the question I ask is there a double standard going on?
It wouldn't be controversial for any other racial group.
Let me pause it there for a second. Because some of y'all going to disagree with me on this. But personally, I don't have a problem with them. They want to have a whites-only area, they can have a whites-only area. I don't want to go there. I don't want to shop near them. I don't want to live among them, right? Let them do their own thing. The problem is when we do the same thing, they come and destroy our village, our cities, our territories, right? Our farms, everything, right? When we start growing and doing better than their community, then they burn ours. And that's why I say some of our people just don't get it. They're trying to build their paradise in the land of their captivity. Make it make sense.
To do the same thing.
Let's go back to Georgia, 2020.
A moment of triumph as Black families walk upon nearly 97 acres of land that they're thrilled to now call their own.
They bought what they intend to name Freedom, Georgia.
Let me say this. Delusional. Can we repeat after me, family? Delusional black families buy land to found Freedom, Georgia. How in the heck do they think they're going to have a land that's free, uninterrupted? Because once they're successful, they're going to kick them out, take their land, burn down their homes, and take all their wealth, just like they did before. Delusional.
New Black City.
This is where we plan to build a community for us, by us.
There was this desire, this need to be able to affect real change and amass Black power.
Their goal? To create a new Black Wall Street, a safe space for people of color to live and thrive.
We really just want to build a tight-knit community for our people to just come and breathe. The internet trolls, isn't this segregation? It's not us segregating ourselves. It's just we're building where we can come and be safe. Like Chinatown has these areas, you go up and down Buford Highway, you can't even read some of the signs because it's not in our language and nobody has a problem. And why is it that when we want to build, we're considered?
They're not going to let us have a Negro village. They're not going to let us have an African village. How many times they got to tell you that? How many Rosewoods? How many Black Wall Streets? And so on to the break of dawn. I'm just saying, when we going to learn? They're not going to allow you to live uninterrupted. They want to control you. Doesn't make any sense. See, this is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about where I'm like, okay, you know, is there an intellectual issue here? Is there an educational issue here? Is there a powers behind the scenes that's manipulating us to keep us separate, to have us running on, you know, on the hamster wheel? Is there a power structure behind these Black movements? I'm just saying, I don't know. It just don't make sense. Where's the logic?
Racist, or we're segregating ourselves.
When we saw what happened with Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and the protests,
we both have Black husbands, we both have Black sons, and I was starting to get overwhelmed and have a sense of anxiety when my husband would leave the house to go to work.
So watching our people protesting in the streets, while it is important, and I want people to stay out in the streets, bringing attention to the injustices of Black people, we needed to create a space and a place where we could be a village again.
Somebody make it make sense for me. I don't understand how they believe we could be a village again. We were never a village. They tore down all of our villages. Now, Trump has come in, he signed these executive orders, and the popo can do whatever they want. They could pull you off the street. They could say, hey, we think you're an illegal, hold you in detention until they figure out who you are. But they're going to leave your little new area alone. They're gonna let you build this place uninterrupted. Come on now. And you're still gonna be paying your taxes to the federal government and not getting money back to support your own community. It don't make no sense. But we're not gonna flee. We can't stay here. Logic tells you we can't stay here. That's how you know the land in the Middle East called Israel is not the true land, because it's right across the street from Egypt. You think they would have left us alone and we just moved across the street from Egypt? Come on now, foolishness. Where's the intellectual ability to comprehend these things, right? It's simple, it's not complex. These are dangerous times. And everybody want to act like everything remain the same. Everyone want to act like there's nothing to worry about. I'm going to tell you this. By the time this year is over, it's going to be all hell in America. Mark my words. By the time 2026 comes, it's going to be all hell in here. Watch.
Strapping up and defending yourself, because we have nobody out there going to defend you. because the white cops feel like they got a right to kill you now because of Donald Trump's administration. There is nobody there to defend your civil rights. So you better defend your own self. And you can't be afraid to shoot them. You can't be afraid to unalive them, because if you don't do it to them, they're going to do it to you. So if I'm going to die, I might as well die fighting. I just seen a video where these two white cops pull a black man out of a car, handcuffed. He was in handcuffs, mind you, threw him on the ground and put two in him, one in the head and one in the back. They killed him like he was a dog hit by a car, and they was putting him out of his misery. Didn't even, with no remorse. Then I'm listening to this other video, looking at this other video where somewhere, forget the state it was in, two teenage boys in Georgia, what they call a sundown town, kidnapped them, took them into the mountains and killed them, and then want to tell the people that they committed suicide. You know, you kill me and then I kill myself. That's what they want people to believe. They didn't arrest someone that was white, by the way, and they didn't charge him for the crime. They trying to say obstruction of justice because he's showing pictures. How did he get him in the first place? But nothing is going to come to that because he's white. So we better start to strapping up. And when these cops roll up on you, you can know when they're getting ready to do you something, because they're going to come after you a certain kind of way. Just get your gun and just shoot them and drive off. Because if you don't do them, they're going to do you. We can't be afraid to unalive these people because they're white. They got you scared to do them anything. That's what they
Tell Ministries not recommending anything that this guy says. So as a warning, as a caveat, Tell Ministries is not agreeing with anything this guy is saying. We're not saying we disagree, but we're not saying we agree either. We're just hearing a viewpoint, okay? Just hearing a viewpoint.
What they did back in the 50s and the 40s. They wanted you to be afraid to hurt them, but they can hurt you. And you're not supposed to say anything about it. We got to fight back. If they want a war, we got to give them one. If we don't, they're going to genocide us the way Israel is trying to do the Palestinians. We got to fight them back. We kill a few of them, they'll stop. They'll think twice. I'm telling you, black people, you better start defending yourself, because we have nobody to defend us. Even these black politicians, Clarence Thomas, Byron Donalds, Tim Scott, they all sellouts. They only trying to save their own skin. They want to be white. That's why they all are married white women. So you can't look to them to say anything in your behalf, because they are afraid they're going to lose their seat in the white man's house. These house ninjas. Defend yourself, black people. You can't be afraid.
Like I say, Tell Ministry is not acknowledging or recommending anything he said. Everyone must decide and seek the Most High for themselves on how they should handle every particular situation. So YouTube, we're not recommending anything he said. We're just allowing for the free flow of ideas. That's all we're doing. Now, we got to understand that there's prophecies that are coming to pass that, you know, a lot of your pastors and your mores are not going to talk about. Why? Because they don't believe the scriptures. I told you, most Israelites don't believe the scriptures, just like most Christians don't believe the scriptures. They believe parts of the scriptures that make them feel good. You know, just like, you know, the Israelites who say Gentiles can't be saved, right? They ignore, you know, scriptures like, you know, Ephesians 2. They ignore Romans 11, and they got to make the northern tribe the Gentiles, right? They got to manipulate it to make it work to fit their belief system. That's just how people are. The blind lead the blind. They both fall into the pit. This is how it is today. We are in some trouble. I don't care where you look. You can look in front of you, we're in trouble. Look to the side, you're in trouble. Look in the back, you're in trouble. Most people can't see it. And the question is, why can't they see it? Because the blind cannot lead you into the light. The wicked is in darkness. The ones who deny that Yahushua is divine are in darkness. They're not in the light. You following people who are in darkness and you don't even realize it because you're in darkness with them, following the same old lies, misinterpretation of the text, ignoring texts that go against your understanding or the common understanding. Saying things like the New Testament has been manipulated, it has been corrupted, so we can't trust all of the text because the white man has corrupted the New Testament, so we can only rely on the Old Testament, but yet you're using parts of the scriptures that you decided that you like that goes with your doctrine from the New Testament to uphold your belief. Somebody make it make sense. Jeremiah 51, 19 and 24, the portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. Yahuwah of hosts is his name. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. There's a confrontation coming. It's here. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. With thee also will I break in pieces man and woman. With thee will I break in pieces old and young. With thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock. And with thee will I break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen. And with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers. And I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, says Yahuwah. So who the Most High gonna use? Israel. Ezra Alawi to handle business. I know. Love your neighbor. That's Old Testament. Turn other cheek, Yakoba. Turn other cheek, Yakoba. You're wrong. Isaiah 41, 15 to 16. See, I will make you into a threshing sledge, new and sharp, with many teeth. You will thresh the mountains and crush them and reduce the hills to chaff. You will winnow them. The wind will pick them up and a gale will blow them away. But you will rejoice in Yahuwah and glory in the Holy One of Israel. Obadiah 17, 18. But on Mount Zion will be deliverance. It will be holy, and Jacob will possess his inheritance. Jacob will be a fire, and Joseph a flame. Esau will be stubble, and they will set him on fire and destroy him. There will be no survivors from Esau. Yahuwah has spoken. I'm just saying. I'm just reading scripture. I ain't saying do nothing. These are prophecies. And if you believe that you're Ezra-Alawi or Israel or Yasharal, then guess what? You are his battle axe and weapons of war. They're not going to let you ignore. Can't you tell they're closing the cages around you? Can't you tell they're closing off any means of escape? Can't you see that? Y'all don't see that, but we're not going to flee. Make it make sense. Micah 4:13, rise and thresh, daughter Zion, for I will give you horns of iron. I will give you hooves of bronze, and you will break to pieces many nations. You will devote their ill-gotten gains to Yahuwah, their wealth to Yahuwah of all the earth. Let's get it straight. They're not going to teach you that in Christianity. Oh, that's the Old Testament. Well, guess what? It's prophetic. That means it's future. Has it happened yet? No. Y'all just hateful. I'm not. I'm just reading the scriptures. I ain't tell you do a thing. Zechariah 9:13-15. For I have bent Judah, my bow, fitted the bow with Ephraim, and raised up your sons, O Zion, against your sons, O Greece, and made you like the sword of a mighty man. Then Yahuwah will be seen over them, and his arrow will go forth like lightning. Yahuwah will blow the trumpet and go with whirlwinds from the south. Yahuwah will defend them. They shall devour and subdue with sling stones. They shall drink and roar as if with wine. They shall be filled with blood like basins, like the corners of the altar. I didn't write it. Well, Jacoba, you're misinterpreting that. Jacoba, that doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, I know, like the law's done away with. I get it. Isaiah 11:13-14. Ephraim's jealousy will vanish and Judah's enemies will be destroyed. Ephraim will not be jealous of Judah, nor Judah hostile toward Ephraim. They will swoop down on the slopes of Philistia to the west. Together they will plunder the people to the east. They will subdue Edom and Moab, and the Ammonites will be subjected to them. But see, this is why they want to cause division between us and the Africans. This is why they want us to protest the Africans, aka our brethren from Africa, the African Israelites. This is why they want to make a distinction between us and the people here in the Americas, FBA. This is why they want to make a distinction between us in Africa and the ADOS. Why? So we can never fulfill these prophecies and Ephraim be like an arrow in the bow. Don't get it twisted. The enemy knows these prophecies better than you do. The powers that be have already put in place through their algorithms and AI a counter to what the Most High has planned. Because why? He got it written down. He think he can overshadow the Most High because he got this thing that the fallen angels gave them called artificial intelligence. That's their God that they made, right? Called AI. They're going to try to overthrow the will of the Most High through technology. And that's why these people are so arrogant and haughty and confronting you. You better step on the side. My dad told me growing up in Mississippi, and they were walking down the street on the side, you know, and a white man come along, and you know, they expected him. That was him and my uncle. Expected them to step aside. My dad didn't step aside. They didn't step aside. You know, the white man got a little angry. That's what they want. They want that again, where you see a white man coming down the street, you better step on the side. No, we're not going back to that. I will never go back to that. As a matter of fact, I don't think any Israeli in this group going back to that. As a matter of fact, I don't even think FBA is going back to that, except for the raccoons now. You know, Uncle Ruckuses. Micah 5:8, y'all heard this one 100 times. The remnant of Jacob will be among the nations in the midst of many peoples, like a lion among beasts of the forest, like a young lion among flocks of sheep, which mauls and mangles as it goes, and no one can rescue. No one can rescue. No one can rescue. No one can rescue. The remnant of Jacob will be among the nations in the midst of many people, like a lion among the beasts of the forest, like a young lion among flocks of sheep, which mauls and mangles as it goes, and no one can rescue. I'm just saying, does that not look prophetic? And I'm not saying that's the fulfillment of it. Does that not look prophetic? And let's talk about this. Yes, I've seen how Benin has started giving descendants of slave citizenship. At the same time, they're promoting it with Sierra. They're promoting it with Spike Lee. Why? Because they know they're trying to get us out of here. I'm not saying we're not going to leave, but I'm not going to no ECOWAS country, mind you. And if I did go to ECOWAS, I'm not staying there. It'll be a temporary stopover till I go to a non-ECOWAS country. I am not going to no country run by France. That's just me. Understand what we're dealing with here is the fulfillment of prophecy. I told y'all everything is here that I'm seeing. Now, the question is, who makes it out alive? I know y'all don't want to hear that. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but the Bible says those who escape the sword. But I know y'all don't want to hear me say that. Just like y'all don't want to hear me say flee. I get it. But this is a truth ministry. I got to tell you the truth. Everybody might not make it out. That's possible. Soldiers fall in the midst of the battle. That's possible. We all want to make it back to the continent, but we don't know. I'm not trying to put fear in you. I want you to be alert. I want you to seek the Most High. I want you praying and fasting. I want you interceding for our very lives and the lives of our children. See, when you're in warfare, they don't tell you this, but there's a chance that you might not come home. See, when they're recruiting you to come fight, they tell you about all the benefits, what you're going to get, you know. They tell you about, you know, the insurance and you know, like they told our ancestors, you know, hey, you go fight the Civil War, we're going to let some of y'all free. They tell you about the benefits. They don't tell you that you might not come home. Because soldiers sometimes don't return home. You do know that, right? You do know that the dragon is angry with the woman and he is coming after the woman, right? Revelation chapter 12. See, a lot of people have a problem with the truth. And see, when you read the scriptures, it isn't just spiritual. It is physical as well. Now, I'm not saying people going to be deleted, but I know the Bible does say if you make it past the sword, which sort of implies to me that some may not make it past the sword. But the Bible says those who are righteous will be saved. I'm just saying, so I'm living righteous. I'm hoping that I get saved. I'm hoping that we all get out, but we don't know why. Yahuwah is sovereign. Yahusha is sovereign. He does whatsoever he will. He gives grace to whoever he will. This is the reality of the scriptures. I don't play with the Torah. I don't make things up. I don't give you half truths. I give you the full unadulterated truth. Because guess what? 99.9% of the ministries out there not giving you the unadulterated truth. They're giving you part of the truth. Why? To make you feel good. So you could come back. So you can come and give your tithes. Why? Because people don't want to give money to ministries like this that tell you the truth. Why? I don't like the way Yacoba said that. I disagree with Yacoba. He's wrong. We're not going to have to flee. He's wrong. We're not going to have to fight. It's like I've always said. We don't know how it's going to play out. I kept telling y'all that. I'm trying to get y'all to understand. We don't know how this whole thing going to play out. What's so hard to understand that we see through a glass darkly. We only have a little bit of vision. I'm going to tell y'all this. Because, I like to fill y'all in. I like to let y'all know how we feel and what we discuss. And I talk to my brother. I say, man, to tell you, and I'm just sharing with y'all, eat the meat, spit out the bones. I degaff. I said, minister, tell you, I said, I don't know how much longer we got. I said, minister, tell you, I feel darkness here. I said, minister, tell you, something's wicked on the way. I said, minister, tell you, it don't feel right. I sense evil. I sense judgment. I sense death. I know y'all don't want to hear this. I'm just telling y'all what the conversation I had with minister tell you. I said, I sense death. I sense massive death in America. I'm not a prophet, never claimed to be a prophet. I'm just telling you what I sense. And minister tell you, say, you know what? I agree. I sense it as well. I know. Yacoba, make it all go away. Make it sound good. Give us the good news. Make us happy again. Let us eat some popcorn. See, what y'all fail to realize, y'all trying to make it a Trump issue. And I'm not saying Trump not involved. What I'm saying is Trump is the judgment on an evil nation. Trump is a wicked ruler that the Most High gave to judge this nation. And guess what? He's a plague. And while he's in power, people are going to suffer under that plague. They don't get it. Your dollar's going to collapse. Your food supply is going to be reduced. People are going to be put in detention camps. Can we say concentration camps? How do you not sense it? I don't get it. I don't get it. How do you not sense it? They're bringing people to Guantanamo. They're bringing people to El Salvador. They're bringing people over to the detention concentration camps in Florida. But y'all act like ain't nothing happening. Somebody make it make sense. Yes, he's the king of Babylon. He's the one where he's going to get the message that Babylon has been taken. It has fallen. It's overrun by enemies. It's like I tell my brother. I say, man, to tell you, I say, I'm trying not to die. I know that's negative. I know it don't sound right. I told you I'm half empty. But I'll be like, man, to tell you, I'm just trying not to die. Why do I say that? Because we are assaulted at every level. We are assaulted from the air, chemtrails. We're assaulted from the food. We're assaulted from the water. We're assaulted from people. We're assaulted from, reduction of jobs. We're assaulted from the healthcare systems who don't give a flip about black folks. Sometimes they see stuff that's wrong with you and they don't tell you because they don't want you to get well. They want you to wait until it's too late. Just like they do when they say black women, when they're pregnant, don't need no painkillers because they should be able to take it. It's messed up. I'm just sounding the alarm. I'm not trying to put fear in you. But somebody got to tell the truth. Ain't nobody else doing it. I'm telling y'all, ain't nobody else telling you the truth, the unadulterated truth. See, I'm going to tell you this. There's no power in you to protect yourself. It's only in the Most High. But we must align with his will. See, that's the difference. See, people tell you, shake it off. Don't worry about it. Ignore it. But if you're not in line with the Father's will, you might not make it. See, this is the balance here. It's like I say with Christians. Christians always spiritualize everything. Nothing is physical. Israelites make everything physical and don't spiritualize it. There's no balance between the two sides. Oh, yeah, Dr. Berg is one of the few who tell the truth. I know his son has an issue with him, but I like Dr. Berg. I think he does his best to help people. But I'm going to tell you this. Some things you're not going to solve until you leave America. Some things you can't solve because you're bathing in poisons. You're drinking poisons. You're eating poisons. See, this is why I say some things are not just spiritual, but also what? Physical. If I know that let's say for all purposes, fast food is poisonous, and I continue to eat fast food, ain't no amount of spiritualization gonna stop me from getting sick. Ain't no amount of spiritualization gonna stop me from getting sick if I keep eating fast food. I'm not saying all fast food bad now. It's just that you can't control what they put in it. Right? You might be eating seed oils. As a matter of fact, most people are eating seed oils. And guess what? Guess what seed oils do? They cause insulin resistance. They cause metabolic syndrome. They cause you to get high blood pressure. They cause you to get diabetes and all the issues that black folks got. Why? Because black folks can't afford good food most of the time. Now it's hard even to get good food at all. Because organic ain't necessarily organic. And then we got people like the sisters in the video who in Georgia who think they can build a little safe area in Georgia. While the people who still run Georgia, who run the state, are still them folks. The people who still make the laws and who are going to take the taxes are them folks. The people who are going to still zone your homes and your houses and your land is still them folks. But they think they can run away from it in the same place that their ancestors was taken captive. Oh, yeah, don't eat seedless nothing. If it don't have seeds, don't touch it. And then they got the nerve to bring that stuff over to the continent. And these African leaders taking GMO food. Why? Because they're scared of getting deleted. Because the West has strong-armed them and say, you need to buy our food. Why? Because they want everybody to be sick and deleted. Don't y'all get it? Well, you're cool, but you're a fearmonger. I'm just telling it like I see it. You don't have to listen to me. That's fine. Because guess what? I'm going to be honest because that's all I can do. How many people's lives were probably saved? I'm not saying they were. And health prolonged Because Tell Ministry said don't eat a lollipop. I just wonder how many people today thank the Most High that they listen to Tell Ministries when they told them not to eat a lollipop. Y'all do know how much pushback I got back then, right? But no, don't listen to me because Tell Ministry don't know what they're talking about. That's where we at today. We need the Most High yesterday. We need the prayer warriors. I'm calling for the prayer warriors to intercede for the nation of Israel out, or Yashara, or Israelites. I'm calling for the prayer warriors to go before the throne of the Most High to deliver us from these people. I guarantee you, the older you are, the more you feel the foot of the dragon on your back. The youth can fight off a lot of the poisons and a lot of the things that are detrimental, but even they having trouble now because it's overboard. I told you, they didn't turn up the heat. They didn't turn up the heat. While we debating amongst ourselves whether the African Union gonna steal our reparation. While we debating amongst ourselves whether or not we're gonna protest African businesses. For what? Who's the enemy? Is it Africans? Or is it them folks? Who's making the laws that affect you and your family? Africans or them folks? Who's taking the money out of your pocket? Is it Africans or them folks? Who's poisoning your food? Is it Africans or them folks? I'm just being honest. And you know what the sad thing is? Here's the sad thing. Here's the sad thing. And here, look, GMO man versus heirloom, earth grown. I agree with you, but guess what the sad thing is? You want to know what the sad thing is about that? Even if you got heirloom seeds, guess what? They didn't poison the ground. They didn't spread the ground with bacteria and barium and all kind of stuff. It's sad. I mean, what you want me to tell you? A lie? You want me to tell you it's not as dangerous as it really is? Do you want me to tell you that, just close your eyes and don't prepare? Do you just want me to make you feel good? That's what a lot of people want. Do you just want me to lie to you and tell you Gentiles can't be saved because the Gentiles are the northern tribe, so the other Gentiles? Y'all want me to lie to you? Well, it's a truth ministry. If you want me to lie to you, go over to them other platforms. They do it every day. Sometimes we need a good spoon of medicine. Sometimes we need it straight with no honey. Sometimes we need it without a chaser. Because guess what? It don't hit home until you feel the pain. You're not going to believe me till you feel the pain. My family not going to believe me till they feel the pain. I've been telling my family for over 10 years, I'm trying to get the heck out of here. Y'all want to leave with me? Oh, I'm going to just trust God. That's what they say. I'm going to just trust God. But I say, well, what does God say in his word? I'm just going to trust God, but God told us we need to flee. I'm going to just trust. All right, I got you. I'm not saying don't trust God. I'm saying obey God. I'm saying obey Yahuwah. I'm saying obey Yahusha. That's what I'm saying. Look, I get it. I ain't got no money. Well, Jacob, I ain't got no money. I don't either. Jacob, I don't know where to go. I don't either. I'm just saying we're gonna be forced to go. In case you can't tell. I told you they're gonna push us out. I'm curious. Give me a 1 if you think they're gonna push us. We're gonna have to flee. Give me a 2 if you think we're not gonna have to flee. Give me a 3 if you're just saying, well, I'm waiting on Yahuwah. I'm like, hey, there's no wrong answer. I'm just curious. There's no wrong answer. I ain't mad at you if you say 2 and 3. Ain't no wrong answer. The question I have is, how do you not understand the scriptures? See, that's the question. Only question I had. How do you not understand the scriptures? Now, we don't know how it's going to manifest. But I'm going to tell you right now, I am very concerned for our people. It's not that I don't have faith. I have faith. But at the same time, we have to make sure that we line up with the Most High's word. And that's what I'm not sure that everybody's doing. And we hope we are. And I hope I'm lining up with the Most High's word. And I hope we all make it out of here. And I'm believing the Most High for it. But what do we see in the book of Revelation? Oppression, deletion, plagues, man not buy, trading, or sell without the mark his name or the number of his name. Trump and them are actually putting that in place, if you didn't know. Cryptocurrency is a valid currency now, in case you didn't know. And if cryptocurrency is a valid currency that's going to be used by the United States, then that by comparison must mean that your dollar is going to be devalued, so that you can move over into the cryptocurrency so that they can track your purchases, so they can limit your purchases. They can watch what you buy, and they can stop you from buying what they don't want you to buy. And if you get out of line, if your social credit numbers goes down, you can't have any money. It's bad. Have you seen how many people are living in their cars now, homeless? Do you know a lot of people over the last few months are homeless? Do you not know that in Texas and some places, homelessness is illegal? Do you know people have a hard time finding a place to put their head down? They can't go to the parks anymore to sleep. They can't go to the national parks. And if they find you in the Walmart parking lot sleeping in your car, guess what? They're going to surround your tail. They're either going to tell you to leave or they're going to put you in a detention facility. I understand most of y'all don't know what's happening. And most of y'all going to forget what I said today. But that's just the way it is. Expect the worst, but hope for the best. Expect the worst and hope for the best. That's the reality of the world we living in. It's real. It's physical and it hits home. It's not just spiritual. And it's not just words on a book. It's the life you live. And look at how many ministries that's not telling you what's happening. Shouldn't the other ministries and mores and pastors and Christians and everybody be telling y'all what's happening? Instead of telling you tomorrow gonna be better than your yesterday. Maybe it will, and maybe it won't. The scripture says the wicked don't suffer like the poor. The wicked don't get sick. The wicked are rich. They got everything they could want. They live the best life there is, but the poor are suffering. The poor are hungry. The poor are deleted. But the wicked, they don't suffer like other men. But the Most High says, but I considered their end. Yeah, they got it good now, but I considered their end. I see Lazarus in the side of paradise, and I see the rich man burning in flames. I considered their end. See, these aren't the days of 10 years ago and 20 years ago. Those days are gone. I told y'all we never going back. And if you expect things to get better, you're deceived. And especially for Black folks, for Negroes, for African Americans. And if you want to go ahead and disobey Torah and you want to marry them folks, that's on you. I ain't judging nobody. All I do is believe the word. I believe Torah. That's between you and the Most High. I have no say in it. I'm just a teacher. But you got to understand one thing. Why do our men and why do our women marry them folks? Mostly. They're not really marrying Asians as much. They do. They're not really marrying Mexicans as much, but they do. Why do they marry them folks? Why? Because it's brainwashing. It's programming. It is conditioning. I saw this video. I was laughing. I ain't gonna lie inside. It was sort of sad. I ain't gonna lie. It was sad, but I was laughing inside. So this young dude, right? Black Hebrew Israelite. He don't know Israel though. So the young Black Hebrew Israelite, he said, yeah, man. He said, I hooked up with this white chick, right? He said she was rich. And he said, I went to her house and she got a big house. She's rich. And he said, I handled my business. I ain't telling y'all to do this. I'm just telling y'all a story, okay? He said, I handled my business. And he said, you know, I got up, I was about to go. And I told her, he said, I gotta go, I gotta leave. And he said, she started crying. And he said, what's wrong? She said, I don't want you to go. And homeboy said, dang. He said, I got scared. He said, you know them white tears. And he was like, I gotta go. And then she's still crying. He like, oh shoot. He said, so he started texting his boys and he texted his dad and he said, look, if something happened to me, this is what happened. I hooked up with her. It was all in agreement, but she crying now. I'm concerned. And he said he'd go to his Discord guys and he'd tell them, look, if something happened, this white girl, she crying, I'm sort of scared. And I'm like, you got yourself in that trouble. You should have known better. Because look, if he was scared, then he knew he shouldn't have been in that situation, right? If he was scared, he knew he shouldn't have been in that situation. But that's how our people do, right? Disobedient, rebellious, ignore Torah or don't know Torah. And then as soon as she cried, he got scared because he knew what could happen. What has always happened? We don't learn from history. We don't learn from history. But now he's on social media telling the story. Now, my question is this. Okay, you on social media, you telling this story. You think she's not watching your channel or your TikTok channel? She could still come back months later, years later, and say you did something to her. Can we say Bill Cosby? If they got Bill Cosby after 30-something years, can they not get him after a few months? I'm like, dude, you're not too swift. You're not too swift. And now you're in a Trump era where there's no protections, no due process. You still might end up under prison. It's insanity, y'all. It is insanity. Our people are lost, confused, and in danger. Well, that's all I got, fam. I just had to warn y'all, let y'all know what's up. Prayer warriors, get to praying, get to fasting, seek the Most High, because it's dangerous out there. And look, some of y'all gonna ignore what I say, which is fine, because that's just how it is. But I guarantee you, some of y'all wish y'all listened to me when y'all ate that lollipop. I ain't mad at you. You did what you thought was right. But guess what? I'm just saying there's a lot of consequences for those actions. So, fam, if y'all want to support us, you can by becoming a patron. Also, you can support us by Cash App, right? TOTW, $TEOTW7101, $TEOTW7101. You can also go to detailministries.com website, and you can click on the donations tab. And one last thing I want to say. I had somebody contact me in email and say, Yacoba, I don't remember being a patron. How did you do this? And she said, I know y'all don't, y'all worried about your image, so I ain't gonna say much about it, but she gave the impression that we stole from her. And we like, because she said she don't remember signing up for Patreon. And I'm like, you do know we can't do that for you. You had to sign up for yourself. You do know you can cancel Patreon yourself. You do know that, right? And it wasn't even a lot of money, right? And I'm like, I was like, where'd that come from? That don't make no sense to me, right? I'm like, we have no control over that. You signed it up. And look, bottom line is, go check your email. I guarantee you'll find that you signed up. You got a notification from Patreon and the date and time that you sign up, and the silliness and the lack of reasonable thinking is an issue sometimes, right? It's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, really? Really? Well, fam, that's all I got. Love y'all. Praying for y'all. Hoping we get out of here soon. We need help. That's all I got to say. Peace and blessings, Israel. Your captivity is ending. Well, family, the wait is over. The moment has arrived where truth emerges triumphant from the shadows of history. Introducing the true Jerusalem, the lost kingdoms of the Israelites, the groundbreaking work by me, Yacoba Vale, a journey into the past that reshapes the future. I cut through centuries of misconceptions with piercing clarity. This book delivers a compelling case packed with evidence that commands attention and gonna get some respect.
Come with me for a second, family, and discover how these thrilling civilizations flourished, protected by towering highlands and sustained by advanced engineering. Some have asked, where is Jerusalem? Is it the land in the Middle East? I say no. It is in the highlands of Ethiopia. With hours of groundbreaking research, this book brings in a new revelation, and it will transform your understanding of African history and its connections to the ancient world. It's going to remove from your mind the conditioning by the Romans of what has really happened to our past. Come with me, family, to the Ethiopian highlands and find out why this is our land, why things have been hidden and obfuscated for centuries. We are royalty, children of the Most High. What kind of land do you expect us to have? Dried up dirt in the Middle East, or land flowing with rivers? A land full of beautiful animals flowing with milk and honey. Don't miss out on this monumental unveiling. Grab your copy today and stand on the side of truth. Visit Amazon.com or www.tailministries.com to purchase your book and join Jacoby Vale's teachings on Tail Ministries. Family, your journey to hidden history has now begun. So family, get your copy of True Jerusalem, The Lost Kingdoms of the Israelites today. Journey to the heart of Africa, where history and legend converge to reveal the forgotten kingdoms of the Israelites and the true location of Jerusalem.